Okay, hi guys, I'm back. As you can see, I have a tile sitting here and some resin that I'm mixing up. And I'm going to try something new again, experiment time. As y'all know, I laugh at myself an awful lot and probably will be laughing at myself throughout this whole experiment because, I don't know, I keep going over it in my head. It just doesn't seem like it's going to work out perfect. So, the paintings from the last video are dry. They dried a little darker than they look on the video, which they always do. The apple barrel paints dry a little bit darker and not quite so bright, which I kind of like because some of them look a little, too bright to me when they're wet. So I kind of like it that they dry a little darker. So, let me get one, I'll show you. That one turned out pretty cool. So I'm a little afraid to do anything at all to it because it looks so neat. But we're going to put some kind of coating on it, I guess. Whoops. Okay. So anyway, I'm stirring my resin up. It's full of bubbles, of course, because I don't use the master cast resin because I can't afford it. Maybe if I ever get any, sort of donations or sponsorships from one of these companies would be really awesome. But, anyway, maybe I'll be able to afford some slightly more expensive resin. But this resin works pretty well other than it, if you don't babysit it for like an hour, 2 hours, it leaves bubbles. So, at least in like little things. Anyway, moving on. I think that stirred up pretty well. I got 4 colors. Got to do this kind of quickly because it is resin. I'll just show you these. Cranberry from Apple Barrel. Apple Barrel Cool Blue. Apple Barrel Lime Tree. And Apple Barrel Purple Pansy. I just grabbed 4 colors that happen to be sitting on top of my paints. Just because this is an experiment. I didn't put tape on the bottom of the tile. I should have, but I didn't. So I'm just going to, kind of wipe it away as it sort of drips over the side, and hopefully too much of it won't drip over the side. And it'll, it'll cure before it gets to be, I don't know, a disaster. So, I got my 4 little cups here. I'm just going to pour resin into all 4 little cups. Actually 5 cups. No, I don't know. Yeah, we'll do 5 cups. I'm not going to need that much resin. I'm not going to need that much paint for one little square. But I have 2 more towels over here in case I need them. Gotten a lot of new subscribers, so I'm totally psyched to have y'all with me. So thank y'all for coming on over from Anne-Marie's channel and checking me out. That's totally awesome. I'm super psyched that she mentioned my name and that I have, quite a few more followers. It's pretty awesome. Okay, so I'm pretty much using up all the resin. And man, I really don't know how this is going to go. I feel like I'm going to either, and I did not do that very equally either. Let's see if I can sneak some of this resin from that one. And I have no idea how much resin to put in the paints at all. I really don't know. This is completely new to me. I don't do resin very often. I've done resin like, I don't know, have I even done resin on a video? I don't know. So we'll just do like half resin, half paint. Put that in there. Put that one in there. Let's see. Let's see how it's going to stir in. Well, it's some pretty pink, maybe resin. It seems to be mixing in pretty well, but it's kind of thick. I don't think this is gonna, I think it's too thick for what I wanted to do with it. And of course, stirring it this hard and this fast is just incorporating more air bubbles, which you really don't want. But my paint was obviously not thin enough, I don't think. But we'll see, right? Who knows? I don't know. It doesn't, the paint, I did use apple barrel paint, so I don't know how well this is going to work. Just sort of babbling here because it's kind of not interesting to watch me stir all these. But I think you can see like texture in here. You can't see it, but I can see it. But that might be just because of the resin being full of bubbles. I probably should move some of these before I dump them over. Because, you know, I'm very accident prone when it comes to paint cups. Now look at that paint. I guess that's the bubbles on the side. It looked like it was breaking up, but I think maybe it's just the bubbles. And I discovered on those tiles, which I should have known. I mean, duh. This is a slick surface. It's sealed. I should have put like some kind of primer on it first, but I didn't just because, you know, it was an experiment. But I'm kind of hoping that pouring the resin over it will keep it from peeling off. Because on this little tile here that I did the other day, you can see I tried to wipe it off very gently, and the paint's already coming off. You can kind of see right there, and on the edges where the paint's kind of coming off. So I'm glad that was just an experiment. But yeah, if you're going to use these towels, you better put some kind of like some kind of primer that'll stick to just about everything. But since this is an experiment, and I'm trying to see if maybe the resin and the paint will stick to it without having to prime it first. I don't know if it will or not. We shall see. Alright, that's it. Now, let me get me a little... I'm going to try to do the marble rose, just because I love it and it's fun and it turns out cool most of the time. Most of the time, I say. So, start with some white. I always start with the white because I love it. Then we'll put some pink in there. Oh man, that is so thick and just goopy looking. Oh man, I have no idea what this is going to do. It's like if you try and make some kind of cream sauce and the cream sauce breaks. That's kind of what this paint looks like right now. All sort of broken up. So I don't really know how this is gonna work, but it's gonna be a fun mess. Woo, there we go. Okay, that's enough of that. Here we go. Fingers crossed that it does something cool. Resin does not come out of there very well. Not like your normal paint. You can see that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry y'all can't see what's under my hand at the moment. I'm fixing to move though. Okay, there we go. Well, you can kind of see how that white is just so broken up. And I couldn't tell you why. I don't know if it's because the paint doesn't like this particular brand of paint doesn't like the resin, or I did use floetrol to thin out the paint a little bit because it was kind of thick. So I don't know, maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know, but let's go ahead and tilt it and see what happens. I mean, it does look kind of cool. It's very, I don't know, snowflakey, but not at all what we're going for. I'm gonna take it off camera for just a second. I don't want this resin all over everything. Although, never mind. Y'all gotta see what I'm doing, so. This is interesting, to say the least. It's I guess it's the air bubbles. I don't know. It looks kind of weird on top. It looks very like greasy. I don't know why it looks like that. And you see I've got my blue gloves on because I really don't want resin stuck to me. So, you know, if you're going to work with the resin, definitely put your gloves on because That stuff won't come off of anything. And we're losing all that pretty blue, but you know, we knew the last color was going to be the sacrificial lamb of the paint world. Come on, baby. Come on off of there. That's really an interesting look, but yeah, this is not at all what I would have liked to have seen happen. That's just the texture of it is just wild. I did not expect that at all. I'm just trying to bring some of that green back because, you know, it's just gone. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't like completely ruin all the paint by pouring resin in it. I don't even know what to do with the rest of the paint. Well, what can I say here? Let's wipe this off. Look at that. That looks kind of pretty. I don't know if you can see that down there on the paper, but it looks pretty. That's... yeah, I don't even know what to say at this point. That's just... bad. Interesting, ugly, kind of cool looking. Not gonna do it again. Okay, I've got to take this glove off so I can touch my torch. And get rid of the air bubbles. Although at this point you couldn't really even see if there were air bubbles in it or not, because it's so weird looking. That is super strange. I'm really curious to see how it will dry. I mean, it really does. It's got this weird, like, I don't know if it's the water or what, but it's got this wet. It's like condensation on the top of it. That's wild. I don't know what that's from. But, not something I'd like to repeat. But I might as well get rid of the rest of that. Get rid of the rest of those paints there that have the resin in them. So, I'm not saying this was a complete failure. I mean, it is kind of neat looking. Oh. I don't know. I don't know. So we're going to try this again. Alright, I'm trying to put my yucky glove back on. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it back on. No, I probably shouldn't do that because I'm about to stick resin against my face. So let's just try a new pair. Alright, so first attempt. I don't know what to tell y'all. Really don't. Let's see, have we got any resin left at all? Not really. I should have saved some and just poured it over that one over there just to see what it would do. Oh well. Alright, let's try another one. Get another little cup here. Hope y'all are still in there. Let's try that again. It's not like we're going to have a different result. I mean, I know that. But we might as well use this stuff up, right? Ooh, it's getting so thick. Oh, I don't know, touch that other painting over there. We'll put the rest of that green in there. And we'll just put a little bit of purple on top. It's all going to pour off, why not? Okay. Probably filled that a little too far. Let's pour some of that off. Okay. Definitely have to go a little slower with this because it's so thick. Yeah, there's really nothing I can say while this is pouring out. It's just because it's a failed experiment here. There's not a whole lot I can, chit chat about. So, all right, again, pretty colors, but before I get resin all over my hand, I'm gonna fire this, see if I can get some of the bubbles out. Definitely will not be doing this type of resin pouring again, but we will be pouring clear resin over those tiles, and hopefully they'll seal well enough. But I'm a little afraid to wash the silicone off because I'm gonna wipe the paint off those tiles, but they look kind of cool and I don't want to ruin them. I did see on somebody else's channel they used, I can't remember what it is, but I'll have to get some, and maybe I'll wait and I'll try it. It's some kind of engine spray, and it's supposed to like seal it. So I don't know. I mean, maybe the silicone won't come through that. I might have to try that, because I know with the resin, if you have silicone down, the the silicone will cause your resin to have little dents in it, and those just aren't cool. So, but that's why we do these kinds of experiments, so that some of y'all that don't want to do all these experiments, you don't have to do all this stuff. You can see that we have either successfully pulled something really cool off, or we have totally wasted our materials in the pursuit of something totally awesome, which in that manner is really not a waste, right? So I don't know, these are kind of neat. If I really didn't like it at first because it didn't go like I wanted it to, but I don't know. I don't know how it's going to dry, but if they dry like this, they're actually kind of cool. I kind of like them. They're different, kind of like outer spacey. Especially this one because it's white and blue. But it's so weird. It has that condensation on the top of it. I've never seen that before with resin. Come on, baby. I gotta quit talking and start tilting a little better, right? Y'all are distracting me. There we go. Oh, and like all the colors are gone except the blue and the white. And you got a little bit of pink coming through on the sides. I'm going to try not to pour all of that green off, but it's going to go off anyway. These are quite interesting looking. I really can't wait to see how it dries. Man, it's going to drive me crazy. I should have put something down like, come on, baby. It does not want to come off of there. I should have put something down on this newspaper. It looks pretty cool. See if we can get it to come off. We just coax it off of there. There we go. We don't even need to coax the rest of the way off of there, because the colors kind of go. Kind of, sort of. Alright, that's good. Let's clean off the bottom there. Well, this was totally unexpected, but we'll see how it dries. I don't want to get too excited, but it does kind of look neat. I mean, look at that. It looks kind of neat. It's kind of rustic looking. I don't know. I'm kind of digging that. I should have done 4, because now I won't have a whole set of coasters. I only have 3. Do I have it? Yeah, I got enough left. Okay, we're going to move that over. We're going to do the last one here. I think I'll fire that one in just a second. I'm going to go ahead and pour the rest of this down. Get the rest of this out. I'm just going to use this cup here. Why not? I don't think it'll hurt anything. I got to get this resin poured. Got to get the rest of this resin poured so that it Okay, what color did we... Let's do the purple. I don't know, I mean, you know, I haven't seen anybody use this color of, I mean, not this color, this, sorry, this brand of paint with resin. I'm sure somebody has, and I just haven't seen it yet. So I apologize if, you know, you've already done it. Your experiment worked better than mine, or it completely failed. Whatever. So, yeah, if you've done this already, I apologize. I don't ever claim to be the first to do something. I just want to try it for myself. Alright, there we go. That's it for the resin paint mixture. The disastrous, huge mess. But, I mean, I'm sorry, but they look kind of cool. We got to figure out what to call this. If it's a success. I probably won't even post this video till after I've seen if it works or not. Oh, all the blue is just... Where is all the rest of the color? There's a little bit of color coming out. Wow, I was getting worried. I'm like, dude, where did all the color go to? This is... I've not stayed in the center. I've been wandering. Okay. Time for it to stop. Let it drool out slowly. My little signature move there. I don't know if it's a signature move. Somebody else could do it, but I haven't seen anybody else do it, so I'm going to say it's mine. But y'all feel free to, you know, enjoy that little move on your own. Little ring pours, whatever y'all want to call them. You don't want to offend anybody by calling it something that somebody else called it first. And I just got a comment on one of my videos that she enjoyed my video, but I talk a little too fast for her to completely understand. So I'm really sorry about that. I get excited about stuff. I start talking really fast. So I'm really sorry about that. So, you know, if you ever got any questions that you want to ask me because I've talked too fast and you missed something, just put it in the comments. I'll be glad to answer it for you. That's what I'm here for. So, yeah. Man, I totally wish now I had made more of this. Well, no. I'll say that after I see if it like dries like resin or not. Because it might not dry at all. I don't know if maybe the floetrol is messing it up, or I don't know. I don't know. The only way to find that out is to do another experiment without floetrol, do an experiment with the different brand paints. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how these turn out. I'll know by, you know, by tomorrow. But, I mean, come on. Wow, I was bummed at first, but these just look neat. Y'all are probably going, oh my gosh, throw them in the trash. You know what? Somebody will like them. There's the old saying, one man's junk is another man's treasure. So, you know, somebody will think they're cool looking, other than me, maybe. Or, I don't know, maybe I'm the one man that likes them. Or the one girl. Okay. Make sure we got all the little edges covered. We don't want to come, because there's no fixing an edge on a resin pour unless you pour over it again. There's just no fixing it, especially color-wise. So make sure you got all it. That looks kind of cool. Looks kind of cool. I'm totally loving the whole, my little, what I like to call my marble rose technique right now. I'm totally loving it. So I'm sorry if y'all are, you know, y'all get sick of it. It just, to me, it just looks totally cool. Okay. Well, that one is done as well. So let me get my torch. Let me get my gloves off. Ah! Oh, I hope that did not splatter. No, it did not. I got paintings over there, and I'm splattering resin everywhere. So let's go ahead and torch this again. And I'll babysit these over the next hour, next 2 hours. I'll keep torching them, make sure there's no more air bubbles coming up. Although, at this point, I'm not entirely sure you could see them if they showed up. Okay, so that is those. I will get you down so you can see them closer. All right, that is the close-up. Now, super close-up. It looked pretty cool. But see, look, off to the side there, you can kind of see. Let's see if I can get you down. Maybe you can see it from the side. No, not really. You need like their flame. There we go. See that right there? That little reflection on the edge of that tile? That's like condensation on top of the resin. And look at that. That's a good shot right there. You can really see it. I have no idea what in the world that is from. So, if any of you out there have a clue, let me know. What did I do wrong? But if they dry correctly, which I'm not entirely sure they will, but you never know. If they work out, if they dry correctly, I'm gonna have to do this again because they look cool. So, all right, I'm gonna leave you with that. I think I'm gonna show you the close-up of the blue because I like that one. That's a pretty. So there's your pretty for today. Let me show you the other tiles real quick. Over there they are. They're not quite as bright as you see in the monitor, but close. They're dry. I think I'm going to pour a clear coat of resin over those. And then there's the painting. It might have like another cell or two that popped up after, but it's, completely dry. And pretty cool looking, if I do say so. That one I'm probably going to paint over when everybody's not in the house. Alright, so here we are again. Our cool little marble rosy whatever tiles. Keep your fingers crossed that they dry the correct way. Who knows? I'll let you know next video. Wherever you are on the planet, have an awesome afternoon, day, evening, night. Sorry this one ran kind of long. I guess I got kind of excited. So thank you for all my new subscribers. I love you all. Y'all's support is awesome. Got any questions, any suggestions, leave them for me in the comments. I have a PayPal link in case anybody would like to sponsor or donate to me in my information. So, yeah. See you later. Bye.